So in this lesson, this quick lessons message to brothers, newer brothers, younger brothers, brothers engaged, in an active spiritual battle, and specifics on the highways, when people coming up and edification is going out or rebuke is going out, correction scriptures are going out, and you may have scriptures or pretty much, I'll say it once I get the lesson started, but that's what this lesson will be dealing with. Got some quick scriptures, and that will be it. But before I get going, call I'm like Yahweh Bashmel Shai Waha Rakak Dash, and double honors to the hopefully like elder apostles, slated to be saved. Lord willing, starting with the hopeful men at the Great Millstone Church, on down to the rest, and shalom to the rest that may be out here and been out here under the same doctrine. Over to the men here at this faction of this hopefully elect assembly that we are also in on, teaching, giving diligence in all true faith and sincerity in order, doing everything you can do, they can do. Onward to the rest of the Ahchyam doing likewise, shalom, and to the rest of you believers also in on this faith of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, who people ignorantly call God in Jesus Christ. All right. And that's to you Israelites, you few women, children, and some men of the Israelite race. So, yeah. But in specifics, as I said, I'm talking to brothers. So, if you're in a situation where, it's a heated battle, scriptures coming out, scoffer coming up, someone needs to learn, so-called professed Christian is coming up, a Jehovah Witness, whatever, person of another denomination, someone trying to pretty much call hoopla on the Bible or something like that. And, you're new, you don't really know how to engage, but say, for instance, you have a scripture, you don't not bring your scripture out. Like, for example, this came in inspiration off something that happened off tonight's highways, and the brother told me, a certain scripture came out, but you can't, you should have brought it out. The brother should have brought it out, especially if it was a good scripture. You can't, you should have brought it out, but maybe, the brother didn't, understand or know how to go about it. So this is what this is going to be dealing with. So if you're in that moment, you got the speaker, and you're up as a reader, or even if you off to the side, the speaker is going to call, this is the spirit you should be in. You got one speaker breaking everything down, explaining whatever, and you got the readers. And it's your job to make sure that the scriptures are coming out, so you already know that's going to happen if you're up reading. But you can't expect the speaker to call everything in that moment. You know what I'm saying? That may come to your head. But before I even speak to that, what you should be doing once that battle's on, okay, here comes the scoffer. All right, boom, give me this. You should already know, first of all, you should know the brothers you going to war with, But it may be a case where you got brothers from out of town or something like that. No brothers, the Great Millstone, they do that. You know what I'm saying? So you're not necessarily as familiar with those that may be in your camp, but you just definitely know those that may be in the camp if you're not a brother that's by yourself. But you should know the brothers enough to know, okay, I know he probably gonna call a lot. I know this brother probably, he gonna deal like this or he's gonna deal like that. So you should move according to that. So, and it's kind of gonna give you an idea, depending on how much you know, or what's probably gonna come out based off what's said and who is said by, that needs a response. That obviously the speaker is gonna, have, given, and for instance, if it's something like something simple, like regarding who the Israelites are, how we know who the Israelites are. You already know, okay, this brother, he go take brothers back to the basics. So that gives you a hint at what's about to happen. So you already know, You see that's your hunch, and then you know who you're dealing with. So you're like, okay, boom. More than likely, you already should have a certain scripture pulled up that you already know that deals with that, and then if the brother call it, you already on point. Now, say you don't know, you ain't even in that spirit, you just looking to get everything that's called. But say something come to your mind, you need to make sure it come out. All right, you don't sit and because I'm just jump to the chase. You don't just put it on the brother and say it should have came out. Nah, you should have brought it out in battle. So I'm gonna just grab these scriptures. It's Sirach 32:7. Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, right, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked, right. So like I said, this is to the younger brothers or brothers that's engaged in, the battles on the highways, and you don't necessarily know how to move. Like, you're going to have instances where a scripture may pop up in your head, and it probably needs to come out. You know what I'm saying? You've been around long enough. You got wisdom to discern. You go, okay, this can help. Your job is to make sure you get what the reader has and be on what the speaker going to have, and have that first. Have that. Make sure you keep that on deck. But that doesn't stop if a scripture, hits you in the spirit, hits you in the head. It give you a scripture. You make sure you just stay on point, because your job is to read, but just stay on point. Make sure you got that. I got it. I got this. Okay, cool. You let it be known you got what? A scripture, because it's needed in that moment. All right. The scripture's telling us. It says, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee." It says, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked. So you got a simple scripture that come to mind that can help, alleviate the problem, or help add to what the brother, may be saying, the elder brother, the elder, the head of the camp, or whatever it may be, or a brother that may just be leading, speaking, that you're under, or whatever it may be, right? Whoever you reading for, you just make sure you have whatever they call, you don't drop that. But that does not stop if something comes to you that it's going to help the situation, help win the war, So speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked. Let thy speech be short, comprehended much in few words, be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue. So it's not telling you that you just put those off, because it came to you for a reason, maybe, But it go on to say, if thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them, and when ancient men are in place, use not many words. So you got a simple, quick scripture. You got a simple scripture, bring it out. I got everything. I got a quick one. The spirit. I had to have whoever leading, pull it. Like, all right, come on. And if not, and it's one that's really needed, you can just hold it. Just make sure you hold it. Because if it come back out again, like it's gonna get brought out, man. All right, let me get another one. Yeah, this is Sirach 4:23, and refrain not to speak when there is occasion to do good, and hide not thy wisdom in her beauty. Right, so you're not supposed to hide your wisdom, right? You because you have something that's on topic. So if it's on topic and it come to you, you do your job, make sure everything good. It's gonna aid the battle though, and just let it be known. Just bring it out. Let it be known you got a scripture, and it'll come out if the Lord permits. Sirach 22:6, a tale out of season is as music in mourning. So if you got something to say and it's not on topic, that's like hearing loud music in the morning when you're trying to sleep. It's gonna piss people off. It's not gonna help anything, right? But it says, but stripes and correction of wisdom are never out of time. So there it is. That's why so if you have something that's on topic, that's wisdom, and you're not supposed to hide that, because wisdom, is never out of time. It's not wisdom, even if the scripture correct, but you shouldn't bring it out. That's not wisdom if you was to bring it out. it got to be on topic, and it's obviously of the scripture, so that's wisdom. So, but stripes and correction of wisdom are never out of time, so you don't hide that. Sirach 32:4, pour not out words where there is a musician. So you, because you might be in the spirit, a certain brother, the brother, everything in the scripture. You're gonna bring everything out. He know what to bring out. That's a musician. He's able to play well with the scriptures. He knows where to go, etc. But that don't mean everything gonna come to him. You know what I'm saying? He might know what you know, and you probably expected him to bring it out, but that don't mean the Lord gonna have him bring it out. So if something hits you in your head, it's probably to aid. And if it's on topic, you hold it. So it says, but I mean, you bring it, make sure it's on you if it come out. To initiate it if it's gonna come out. All right. But anyway, pour not out words where there is a musician, and shoot not forth wisdom out of time. So that's the only thing you gotta worry about. Just make sure it's on topic. And it's in season, it's needed. Because if you don't regard those or consider those, it's gonna be out of time. And it ain't gonna be a good look. It's gonna help lose the war, and you gonna end up getting cut. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna get the rebuke. The word gonna cut you. Remember, the word, a two-edged sword. So we trying to win the battle. We not trying to be cut. We're trying to correct, because it ain't like we on the highways to cut necessarily. You know what I'm saying? But teach, edify, reprove, and admonish. And if somebody, a law need to get cut, that's what's gonna happen. But anyway, you just want to make sure that don't happen to you by, not moving the right way. But I got one last one. Proverbs 25:11. A word fittily spoken is like apples of gold in pitchers of silver. So there it is. It's gonna be beautiful, man. It come to you as on topic. It make, get everything held. If ain't nothing called, you got a scripture, bring it out. I got a quick one. I got something. It might, if you get told, okay, hold it. But the conversation stay in that area or whatever, I got a scripture. You're like, okay, need to be brought out. Don't see if a brother gonna bring it out. Something hits you in your head, and the brother in process of building, of talking, based off who you probably, in battle with, is probably gonna call it. You can go ahead and jump to things, because in anticipation, because more than likely, you probably gonna be in the same mind, depending on what level you on, as the brother, and he'll call for something, you'll already be there. But nonetheless, if you got something that's on the side that ain't been called yet, and it probably could aid, you bring it out, man. It's a word fitly spoken. It's gonna be like an apples of gold and pitchers of silver. So that's basically it. So call halam la Yahweh Bashmi al Shai, Waha, Rakak Wadash, Shalom.